Hello everyone, and for today I'm testing GTA 5 Enhanced Edition. So quickly, let's go to the settings for the GPU test. Now of course, the render resolution is 4K, I used Nvidia Reflex. For frame scaling, I utilized DLSS at quality preset. No sharpness as well, because I just don't like that look at all. Now all the main graphical settings are manually maxed out, as far as it goes. For post effects, I disable depth of field and also motion blur, because for this game, depth of field is utilized also in gameplay, which I do not like. I don't mind it when it's in cutscenes, but in gameplay, nah, it's not for me. Also all the population density is maxed out completely as well. And as I didn't mention, the RT effects are also fully maxed out. Now for this video I'm only testing single player. I tested a little bit of multiplayer, but I haven't really seen much of a difference, honestly. Maybe you need to get into some specific server or game modes or something like that to notice the difference between single player FPS and multiplayer. But for general lobby and general gameplay, they are very similar, I would say. Maybe it even stutters a little bit more in single player, I'm not entirely sure, but it seems so. And yeah, about stuttering, yeah, it's definitely worse than in original or legacy now. And I'm not entirely sure why, because in GPU test you'll see that sometimes it stutters regardless, that even though I'm not CPU limited. And yeah, it's hard to explain why. Maybe there will be patch for that, but I'm not entirely sure. Unfortunately, this game is also more demanding on CPU as well as on GPU. It's kinda to be expected, but I really hoped they would improve CPU utilization, because this is still an old game. Depending on what you look at, if it's on PC, it's basically a 10-year-old game, but some RTFX on top, and the original Rage engine really doesn't cope with that very well. Utilizing only about 8 CPU threads in total, and yeah, I really hoped for that to be improved, but that's not the case, unfortunately. Yesterday, when I was testing this game, it had 120 FPS limit, and in today, Rockstar issued a new patch which unlocked the FPS. And I was really upset, because even in original you could go at about 180 FPS before getting to massive stutters. Because if you used to exceed that limit, about 187, it would start stuttering very badly. And I'm not entirely sure if it's fixed in this version. At least it allows above 120 now, but I'm not entirely sure about the issue. So maybe if someone has already tried it and could launch at about 200 FPS, maybe they can report about that, but for now I haven't tested it. From what I understood from other comments and other people's opinion, that this is not actually a remaster of all PC game version. It is actually a direct port from the consoles. So keep that in mind, and I think it's true. Because consoles had this version for quite a while, I believe roughly about 2 years, so it makes total sense for Rockstar to do a porting instead of basically a remake, a soft remaster of the PC version. It requires certainly less work, but I'm actually quite disappointed, because the frame times are actually quite a bit worse now. And sometimes, as I said, it stutters unconditionally. The CPU GPU combination seems to not matter at all. And maybe they will manage to fix that, maybe not, but it's not great. Also, general frame times are a little bit worse as well. I mean a little bit, quite a bit actually. If you notice in the gameplay, especially in my CPU testing, the 1% lows and especially 0.1% lows are quite a lot worse than the original version. Now, mentioning the CPU testing, in the next segment of this video, I'm going to test the GPU and also CPU in built-in benchmark. Also only last scene of the bench, because the other ones are really short and they are mostly GPU bound. So I think until then I'll leave you to the gameplay and see you soon in the next segment of this benchmark.
I don't get you, bro.
You are a racist and I don't like you. And I will not sell you this car. I will not. You make my skin crawl, you neo-Nazi. Hey, you are all the same. This racist insulted me.
Hey, what's up, boo? Who you calling?
So, Jimmy, are you sure you are man enough? Take the wheel and show me.
Sure, okay.
How about we fall through, homie? This chump change, how I'm gonna knock a bad, grown and sexy bitch if I ain't got a fat peasocket?
Who you trying to impress?
Your auntie Denise, with all that ass, nigga, she got ass.
She grown, yeah. She grown into a fucking idiot.
No, she's sexy.
Sexy? She more like obsessed with sex, nigga.
Nah, mad for the penis. That's exactly how I like my women.
Hey, remember Big Mama? Hey!
Man, shit, it's good to be home.
Getting into this new comparison, comparing the GPU bound scenario and CPU bound, the main difference is that the resolution is set to half in scaling, which I think means 1080p, and everything else is the same as I initially showed at the start of this video, and everything is maxed out manually. It's not a preset, it's manual max settings, as far as it goes. In the main city area, which you will see soon, you'll see that there are definitely some stutter issue. And some of those stutters are actually repeatable, so I'm not entirely sure what's going on. But one in particular is noticeable when the camera switches from the plane to the car, which you'll see very soon. So overall, as I mentioned, the frame times are not great. I really hope the Rockstar will improve that, because it's not a great experience for everyone. And I'm here running fully tuned 5950X, while it's not the latest and greatest, it definitely should be enough for such an old game, I would say, even if it's a remaster. So anyways, I think I'll leave you to the benchmark. As always, thank you very much for watching and see you next time. Bye bye for now.